What's up guys, welcome back to another video with me. Today we're gonna go through another of the rooms of TryHackMe. In this case the ItsyBitsy room. We're gonna do some log analysis with the Elastic platform. It is a web-based platform where we can do this. The room gave us our own machine. Also, I'm gonna be answering some questions in this video at the end, and I have nothing else to say. Let's start. So first thing we're gonna do as always is start our virtual machine. Let's do that. Once we have that done, we can start going through the scenario. I already started my machine before, so let's run this IP and let's start reading the scenario. So it says, in this challenge room, we will take a simple challenge to investigate an alert by IDS regarding a potential C2 communication. Okay, C2, it's command and control. If you don't know, that means it's a server where the attacker can control our own device or the device that they are taking advantage of. So let's start Elastic. Let's personalize this. I don't want the bookmarks here. Hide bookmarks mark so we can get more space. All right, let's go with our first question. Let me first restart this room. Reset progress. Awesome. Complete. Good. So I don't want you guys to see the questions. A scenario. During normal SOC monitoring, analyst John observes an alert on IDS solution indicating a potential C2 communication from a user Brownie from the HR department. A suspicious file was accessed containing a malicious pattern. THM, TryHackMe, blah blah blah. We don't know what it is. A week-long HTTP connection logs have been pulled to investigate due to limited resources. Only the connection logs could be pulled out and are ingested into the connection logs. Index in Kibana. Kibana is Elastic, basically. Our task in this room will be to examine the network connection logs of this user, find the link and the content of the file, and answer the questions. So basically, we just need to do a little investigation here, see what's going on and what happened, how they did connect it to our machine. Let's go with the first question. How many events were returned for the month of March 2022? So as you guys know, our best friend here is gonna be the Discover tab. Discover tab is where we're gonna get the logs. If you see here, it's telling us we're gonna work with the connection logs that we have here, connection logs. So we have that, and now this question is telling us that we need to know how many events were returned for the month of March 2022. So first thing we're gonna do is filter here. Absolute, and we need March 2022. Time is very important because we want all the logs. And then here, March 2022. And it doesn't say any specific day, so we need March 1st, 2022 till let's do April 1, 2022. That covers what we need. How many events were returned for the month of March 2022? There is. That's our answer. That's the amount of events that occur between this time frame. Let's go to our next question. What is the IP associated with the suspected user in the logs? Okay, let's check. We have here some information. We should check the source IP. So in this case, I like to add a column here. This one, source IP, and we're gonna click the plus sign. You see we have source IP. If we go here, we click it, there are top 5 values. So 99% of our logs are coming from this IP and 0.4% are coming from this IP based on the results that we filter. Okay, so what is the IP associated with the suspected user in the logs? Since the majority of the logs are coming from this IP, I'm gonna give this a try. So let's say 192, 166, 65, 52. Okay, it's not. So let's try the 54. Okay, it's good to know that the suspected user in the logs is coming from this IP. All right, remember that. Next question. The user's machine used a legit window binary to download a file from the C2 server. What is the name of the binary? Okay, in this case, I might need to go through the filters, find the columns. Let's see what we can find here. So we need to get the name of the binary that was downloaded from the server. Since that is the suspected IP, I want to add this to our filter, and let's see how many. We have only 2 hits. That's good enough, so we can check what these 2 logs have for us. Let me see, we can make this smaller. No, we cannot, but it's fine. We can work with that. So it says ID, connection logs, type timestamp, pastebin.com. Okay. This is a page that is used to transfer files. User agent. This user agent, I'm pretty sure, is the name of the binary that they are using. Let's give it a try. Bits admin. It is. So that's the name of the binary that they downloaded from the server. And this might be the server. So we go to the next question. The infected machine connected with a famous file sharing site in this period. Okay, I don't need to read anymore. This is a very famous file sharing, pastebin.com. Let's paste it here. Delete the extra space. I knew it. That's the file sharing site, pastebin. And what is the full URL of the C2 to which the infected host is connected? Let's add one column, and it will be the URI. And let's see what we have here. So we add the URI. That's just the rest of the URL. So this would be pastebin.com. Get rid of the extra space. And I'm pretty sure this complements that website. Yep, that's what it is. URI usually give us like the full URL of a C2 server. Next question. A file was accessed on the file sharing site. What is the name of the file accessed? Let's see if we can find something here. It was I think it was a document. It was a document, but we don't have a lot of information here. Since we don't have a lot of information, we gotta think what we can do. I know we have this URL of the website, and since it is a legitimate website like Pastebin, that's like a legal website that anyone can use, like it should be up. So I wanna give it a try. Maybe we can find something, and yeah, agree. Yeah. So this is the file that they downloaded. You see, these are the logs, and these logs are telling us that from this host with the URL, so that website, this website, they downloaded this file that is secret.txt, is a text file. That's the answer for our next question. And then once we got that, they just put that in the machine and started communicating with the server. The file contains a secret code with the format THM. Well, if we go to pastebin.com again, it shows us the content of the file. And here's our answer, THM secret. And that's it. We did it. We did it. It says it was a medium room, but I think it was kind of easy room, one of the easiest room I've completed. It's fun because it gets you to interact with elastic, with pastebin. It gets you thinking. You need to find a solution for every problem you face. So pretty complete. I like it. Doesn't take that long. It took us 10 minutes and it said it takes 30 minutes, but it's a good learning experience. Remember, if you have any questions, any rooms that you haven't been able to solve, leave that in the comments and see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.